Hello, today we're in the literary and informational analytical writing learning target packet, and we're going to focus on learning or essential question number 5 because we're going to look at style. So we're looking at what kind of voice would be most effective in this form of writing. We're in the style section, and we are going to look at style learning target number 4. To choose words that express your ideas precisely and concisely. So please make sure you date learning target number 4, today's date. I'm going to look in a previous packet, which has a different learning target number, but you know that yours is learning target number 4. Precise means exact and specific word choice. So that's using action verbs, very strong nouns that are a great choice, not just basic words, but really good word choice in regards to being precise, maybe more advanced type of word choice style rather than being vague or general words. Concise means clear, but within the least number of words possible. Because concise means clear in the least number of words possible, that ties into that idea of wordiness and redundancy. So we need to make sure we don't use excessive words or repeated words when we're being concise. We use the least number of words possible. However, being precise means to give specific, vivid words that are not general or vague. So it is twofold, tying into concise, wordiness and redundancy, least number of words possible, but precise also means specific, strong, great word choice that is vivid and descriptive. So let's do some practice with this. Read the paragraph. Until 1945, a type of pen called the fountain pen provided a popular option for writing with ink. However, many people complained that the fountain pens required too much time to fill with ink, and they also complained that the pens would not write smoothly, and that the pens left ink spots on paper, and that these were caused by the ink that dried too slowly. Some inventors, like Milton Reynolds of Chicago, began to think of ways to solve those problems. The solution was to create the ballpoint pen. Which revision of sentence 2 most improves the style of the paragraph? Is it A, however many people complained that fountain pens required too much time to fill with ink, did not write smoothly, and left ink spots on paper because the ink dried too slowly? Is it B, however many people complained about the ink that dried too slowly and left spots on the paper and the pens not writing smoothly and requiring too much time to fill? Is it C, however many people complained because the ink dried too slowly and left ink spots on the paper? The pens did not write smoothly and then they required too much time to fill? Or is it D, however many people complained that fountain pens required too much time to fill with ink? They complained that the pens did not write smoothly and that the ink that dried too slowly left ink spots on the paper. Which one do you think is the correct answer to help improve the style of the paragraph? For this one, the correct answer is A. And here's why. When we're looking at improving the style of the paragraph, sometimes it might mean consistent style, we say, means, that formal style and tone, consistency in style. When we see improves the style of the paper, that is focusing on here to make sure that we are being precise and concise. And we're not being wordy and redundant. So we're being concise, clear, and not wordy or redundant. Here's why A is the best choice. It really boils down to the problems that we see in B, C, and D. In the first option, B here, it says, however, many people complained about the ink that dried too slowly and left spots on the paper and the pens not writing smoothly and requiring too much time to fill, is a ginormous run-on sentence. And then as we look at it, it's just very wordy. We have and, repetitive, not concise. And we have this repetitive nature of using the word and over and over again, which we don't see in the correct choice. For the next one, however many people complained because the ink dried too slowly and left ink spots on the paper, the pen did not write smoothly and then required too much time to fill. Although this is not a run-on sentence, we do have a lot of repeated words, making it less concise. The ink, the pens, the ink, the pen, the ink, 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 They didn't, they required. All this stuff can be condensed down. We don't need the repetitive nature of repeating ink and repeating the words pens and then using this pronoun they. It's just too overly wordy. It's not necessary. It can be condensed down, which they do condense down in option A. And the last one, however many people complain that fountain pens required too much time to fill with ink, they complain that the pens did not write smoothly, that the ink had dried too slowly, left the ink spots on the paper. Again, that excessive word use. They complained multiple times, were repeating the same word over and over again. The pens, the ink, the ink. Too wordy. It's not said in the most concise way. So that's the problem with all of the wrong examples. They're all overly wordy. This one is not necessarily just overly wordy. It also has that run-on sentence. So because of that, the best choice that improves the style of the paragraph is choice A. So now you can go ahead and practice a type 1 on being precise and concise with a sentence that I give you.